Let's do it. All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this Monday night, January 2nd, 2023, man. Knicks at home in a matinee affair against the Phoenix Suns, one of the better teams in the West. But don't tell that to Julius, because it was no problem for Julius, for Jalen, and the rest of the squad in making quick work out of these Suns. Al, I told you on Weekly last night, this was my pick to get the dub and steal it if they came with their A game, and that they did, man. From beginning to end, this Knicks team just went out there and blitzed this Phoenix Suns team offensively, defensively. As I said, Julius Randle staking his claim to all-star status. Welcome back to the floor, General Jalen Brunson. And the supporting cast did what they needed to do, man. Emmanuel Quickly, Quentin Grimes, Mitchell Robinson, even 48 chipping in off the bench. So Knicks get a statement win, man. 102-83. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. KFTV post-game live presented by Manscaped. CP the franchise, Alex Rotaros on the ones and twos. A little late start, but better late than never. Number one show for the fans by the fans is back on. Knicks get 2 in a row. And listen, man, we got to start this one off with Julius. 28 points, 16 rebounds, 6 assists. He is once again the player of the game. And for Julius Randle, man, this thing is just things are just coming easy for him right now. You know, he's seeing the floor well. He's creating for his teammates. The shot is falling at all 3 levels, whether it's the long mid-range from 3, drawing shooting fouls regularly, you know, with those rip-through shots, and he's getting the calls. And like I said, man, the things that just seem to be just slowing down for him. He's in such a groove right now, and he's been needed. He's been needed to carry the team. The team's severely shorthanded. No RJ today. He did get Brunson back. Rose was injured on the bench with a knee contusion. No Obi once again with the broken leg. So Julius has been doing everything that he's needed to do to lead this team to victory, and he got the job done out there tonight. The MVP chants were back tonight, Al. The MVP chants were back tonight. Oof. And Julius was serenaded by the Garden Faithful. As Fred Katz of The Athletic said, it were almost a year from the thumbs down incident. So
we are coming full circle, my man.
Yeah.
Full circle. Yeah. Again, talk about being hated, loved again right now. Quite a character arc development for one Julius Randle in New York. I don't know if there's been another player that has won New York twice. I think Julius might be the first guy to do that. But look, even Rebecca Harlow, when she interviewed Randle at the end of the game, she said, you know, asking like, just essentially what he was loving about this season, and he said the fans. You know, he attributes it all to the fans loving to play at MSG. I'm paraphrasing over there. That's not the exact question that Harlow had, but to say that he's happy, it seems like he's in a good mental space. The way he's performing, you see that. You see it looks a lot clearer now. He's seeing double teams. He's drawing double teams and looking for, like, we saw cutting Grimes. He's finding Mitchell Robinson. He's had some pretty nice dimes to Mitchell Robinson over these previous games, man. It seems like him and Mitch are able to coexist on the court together, and that has to be due to the fact that Randle is shooting more threes, trying to be that stretch 4. So Mitch is also able to operate in the paint a little bit more effectively, not having a crowded paint. But Randle, man, continues that all-star trajectory this season.
Yeah.
He's playing, I think he's even playing better than that season. Like I said last night, I think honestly it's a lot better because you have Brunson who's facilitating. I think Randle now is able to focus in on his role. Yeah. Where you just see that when he's just given the opportunity just to play offense and not have to worry about playmaking for everybody else and be that second or third option when it comes to playmaking, he works a lot better, man. And all you can do is just praise Randle right now because he is part of the system that is making this team successful. I mean, there was just no answer for him tonight. They threw everybody at him, and he was either backing guys down in the paint, drawing double teams, like I said. You know, it wasn't great from three, but he was still knocking down his shots.
Yeah.
He was drawing the fouls that you talked about.
12,
I tweeted that at
tonight.
you. I tweeted.
I just saw that.
Yeah. 12. He got to the line 12 times, bro.
12 tonight.
12 times tonight.
16 against the Rockets. It's your own contact, man.
Prize picks tonight. I took Randle to get over 10.5 rebounds. He did that with 16.
Monster on the boards, man. Monster
easy
on the
money,
boards.
man.
Yeah,
easy money right now.
Yeah.
He is playing at it's another level, man. I don't know. He's got to be one of the top power forwards right now in the NBA. No question about it.
Without question, man. And on my prize picks, I took Julius with more than 27.5. You just got to ride the hot hand.
Thinking about that one, too.
Yeah, you just got to ride the hot hand. I think any of those can work right now, whether it's points, the rebounds, or the points, rebounds, and assist combinator. You have a good shot on any night with Julius Randle as of late, man, because he's been killing it. So give credit to him. He was absolutely outstanding. He put it all out there on the court, man. He was absolutely exhausted by the time he got the standing ovation coming out the game. And that it just showed you that from the opening tip to the end, he was locked in and really, really played his ass off out there. So good job by Julius tonight. Our player of the game without question. Other news on tonight, man, the floor general returned, Al. The return of Jalen Brunson from the hip injury. Missed the Texas Triangle as they were resting him. Started out the gates a little bit slow, trying to get his rhythm. Suns put Mikal Bridges on him. His former Villanova teammate, knows his game very well. I thought his size and length was bothering him, and Brunson took him a little while to get into his groove, but only a quarter. Because by the second quarter, he was back. 16 points in the second quarter. I believe he had 4 assists in the second as well. And he was great, man. Brunson was absolutely great.
12 points in the second quarter. Woo! He started cooking then, man. Like, it's nice. You see how much this team misses Brunson, man. How he came back. He made it look just so easy. They threw Bridges on him, and Bridges wasn't even enough to stop him tonight because he was still able to get to his spots on the floor, still find the open man. And the only thing you could see from this game tonight, and you could see in his eyes too, he was frustrated that he struggled at the free throw line, man. He really did not like that because it's obviously from Chicago still, but 6 for 11 tonight. You know, I think it was in the 40s that Breen was talking about for consecutive like made free throws. But you're seeing that even after missing so much time, he's able to come back, be a catalyst for this team. Just got to clean up the free throws, but other than that, stellar game from Brunson tonight, coming off an injury.
Yeah, he came back cooking, man, and he was on fire after that second quarter, and it was business as usual for Jalen Brunson. On the defensive end, man, it all starts at the point of attack for me, and against this Phoenix Suns team, no Devin Booker, you got to hit the head of the snake, and that was Chris Paul. And on the other end of that was Emmanuel Quickley, man. We got to give Quick his flowers because I thought his defense, his pressure on Chris Paul at the point of attack was excellent tonight and trying to take him out of his game. Quickly picking him up at half court. Then you had Deuce McBride coming in, picking him up from 94 feet. I thought their pressure defense on Chris Paul. CP3 didn't have his first points until the opening minutes of the third quarter. No points between Chris Paul and Landry Shamet for the whole first half. And I thought that was big in terms of allowing the Knicks to set the tone defensively, and then offensively, they were just doing their thing, man. So give credit to Quick. I thought he was outstanding. Once again, especially on the defensive end. My prize picks for today was Emmanuel Quickley with more than 2.5 3-pointers made, and Quickly picking up where he left off, Al. He's been hot. His shooting has been coming along. He's been shooting quite efficiently lately. 6 of 12 from the field, 3 of 6 from downtown, 5 boards for Quick, and chipping in with 3 assists. What you think about Quick tonight?
Dude, first of all, you talked about the 3. I took the same thing on prize picks, and I was like, you know what? I'm feeling it. There's no Devin Booker tonight. I think Quick's going to continue that shooting streak tonight, too, because without that, you saw that Quick was able to run a little bit free on the offense, even though he was playing tight defense. But something that really stuck out to me was in the fourth quarter for Emmanuel Quickley. He drives into the paint, keeps his uses his pivot foot, and does like a Jalen Brunson move, man. He draws the defender to go over him, goes underneath and finishes the layup. That's the stuff I need to see from Emmanuel quickly moving forward, because I feel like he only plays with two gears right now. It's either really fast or it's really slow. It's not methodical like Jalen Brunson, who you see how he can continuously change gears on a different level, right? Not only can Brunson could go either 100 miles an hour, go 20, but even when he's at the top of the key, he can choose how fast he wants to go, stop, slow down, and just throw guys off balance. I need to see Emmanuel quickly be able to do that, man. I think that's the next step into his development as not only as a scorer, but as a playmaker as well. Because when you're able to throw off the defense like that, no one knows what you're going to do next.
Yeah.
And so hopefully, with Brunson being there, you have to think that's Brunson giving him a little pointers on like, this is how to utilize your footwork, how to keep the play going. Just be patient. Need to see a little bit more patience out of quickly with that regards. But overall, demon on defense. I like how he's been shooting overall. 6 or 12 from the field, 15 points. Got your 5 boards, man. He's a hustler when it comes to the offensive and defensive glass too, man. He's he's just flying in from the top of the key, looking for those long rebounds, trying to keep the play alive. Quickly's been playing, man. He's been balling out since RJ's been out.
Yep, IQ's been doing his thing, no question about it, man. IQ's definitely been doing his thing. So, give credit there. Jalen Brunson was rather complimentary of Quickly. He said there's a mutual respect between us. They spoke about how they ask each other questions and help each other become better playmakers. And Brunson says what he did while I was out was no surprise. He can do that while I'm in the lineup as well. So that was courtesy of our guy Chris Persianen covering the game tonight at MSG. So Brunson and Quickly working on that chemistry, and it was a good job by Quick today, especially on the defensive end. I liked Grimes' game today as well, bro. I like Grimes' game today. Good job by Quentin Grimes. Grimes finished 5 of 9 shooting from the field, knocked down into 2 of 6 from 3, 12 points, 5 assists. I had Grimes with more than 13.5 in Prize Picks. I just missed it. However, 5 assists, bro. The 5 assists. I've been telling you, man, with Grimes, I like to see him putting on the ball on the floor, attacking the closeouts and playmaking, and he's a blur out there. When he's extending the offense, extending the play, putting the ball on the floor, he's looking for that wraparound pass to Mitch, or he's making passes to the cutters. I thought Grimes' playmaking was on display today, and you saw it with 5 assists.
He's special, bro. He is a special player. His quick step, his quick release, his ability to find guys in the paint in tight spaces too. It's not like those assists are not easy either.
Yeah.
Like he's flying in. He's I don't know how he does some of those things. Like he finds the ability to, when the center's just going up to meet him at the rim, he somehow gets it right behind the back and finds Mitch or whoever is there in the paint just to flush it down. But man, there's something special about Grimes. And I'm just so curious to see what he looks like in year 4, man, because it seems like he's built on from a decent rookie season. His sophomore season's really taken another step. I mean, it's not only the shooting, it's the playmaking as you're talking about. We know the rebounding's there. His defense, his ability to play defense and offense, and like he's doing that for 36 minutes, man.
Yeah.
And he's efficient while doing that too. 5 of 9 from the field. Like we really need to dive deep into what Quentin Grimes is doing right now, because for a sophomore, being an efficient scorer while being a solid playmaker as a second-year player, there's a lot more to be there, man. I am so curious to see what he looks like in year 4. That's usually the year guys take that monster leap, that next step as becoming an NBA player. And considering how young he is, he's not even close to his prime. This is a guy, you talked about it last night on Weekly, that it would take a lot to move off of Grimes. He's getting close to that untouchable category. Like he is really in that category, as you talked about. Yeah,
man, I'm loving what I'm seeing from him, loving his game each and every time he's out there on the court. Had a nice block on Mikal Bridges. Blocked the Mikal Bridges jump shot in the lane, so that was pretty impressive. So good job by Grimes, and like I said, his playmaking was really solid. I thought Mitch had a good game today. 10 and 10 for Mitch, 2 dimes. Mitch was bragging about his no
between the
pass.
legs.
Yeah, he threw it between the legs. The crowd was hyped. The crowd was a little impressed. Good job by
awkward.
Mitch. Yeah, yeah.
It was a little awkward,
Yeah.
but nonetheless, he did it.
Finished with a block shot, a game high plus 27 out there in the field. And look, Ayton is going to do Ayton. Ayton had certainly had his moments. He got his 12 points, but I thought Mitch was solid tonight. And even though it was one block, I thought Mitch was all over the place in terms of just being intimidated by the rim. And that was enough to alter a lot of Suns' attempts down there, man. So good job by Mitch.
Yeah, absolutely. The no look pass to Quick for the corner three was one that
was fire.
Also good.
That was fire.
Man.
Yeah.
Mitch is having quite a season, man.
Yeah.
He, defensively, just being efficient around the rim as well. 10 rebounds for him today. He got 2 assists. I think the 2 assists is the thing that stands out to me right now is if he could become more of a passing big, like he obviously doesn't have to do the whole jump and no look pass, but if he can be that center where if he's working like high post, working at, and just is able to facilitate and continue the rock movement, that's another area of his game that needs to be unlocked as well, because that's just more to adding to the offense, more ball movement, continue to create that confusion for the defense. But overall, man, nothing but good things for Mitchell Robinson tonight.
Yeah, and again, we're seeing a little bit more freedom for him in the offense. Once again, the first play of the game, I believe the first play on offense, they dumped it down to Mitch in the post. He made his move on Ayton, had a nice little scoop layup, didn't go in, but that was a nice attempt and just a nice job for him being aggressive in the offense and his teammates trusting him to go out there and make a play. So, and I think those things, allowing him to get some touches will just keep him engaged, continue to keep him engaged on the court, whether it's defensively, blocking shots, getting offensive rebounds, which is his specialty. So, yeah, they should go to him at least a couple times and just keep him flowing within the game. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think the next thing for Mitchell Robinson is that you want to see? Like, I want to see more. I want to see a little bit more passing.
Yeah,
out of Mitch. What would you say you want to see?
I would say more of those, like some more touch around the rim. Not just the putback slams, but like he did today, get it into him in the post. He made a move on Ayton. Maybe he switched on to a smaller player in another game, right? Taking advantage of his size, taking advantage of that mismatch. Dump it down to him, see if they can get an easy bucket, just in case maybe the offense isn't shooting the ball as well. It's things like that. So just some more touch around the rim for me is where I want to see Mitch kind of take it to the next level.
All right. Yeah, it goes back to the passing for me, man. I think for him, if he can just do that, continue the ball movement, it's just different, because then you're just causing the defense to hone in on somebody just to follow that ball around. I need to see a little bit more of that, especially when you have Tom Thibodeau, who had someone like Joakim Noah. I'm not saying he has to be like Joakim Noah with passing wise. I'm just saying that if Tibbs can get something like that, close to that, I think we're talking about a different level. But you know what? Who knows? Because this is year 5 for Mitch?
Year 5.
He's improved, man, from where he started as a rookie for a guy who didn't play in college.
Yep.
What he's doing right now, the patience with not drawing a lot of fouls. He only had 1 foul today. 1.
Discipline.
He is so disciplined, man. And doing that against Ayton, 35 minutes, by the way.
Yeah.
35 minutes, 1 foul against DeAndre Ayton. We're not talking about a slouch of a center either on the other side.
Yeah, no question.
That is massive improvement for Mitchell Robinson. Not only this game, but what we've seen so far.
No question about it, man. And here was Julius's comments on Mitch. Once again, this is courtesy of our guy Chris Persiane. And Julius on finding more success with Mitchell Robinson this season than before. He's showing a level of maturity that I haven't seen from him before. He talked about Mitch coming to Dallas to work out with him over the summer. So there that is to stay in shape. So we know that Julius works out with Tyler Relf out in Dallas. He, Miles Turner, a number of other guys. So it seems like Mitch went out there to join those guys and get into it over the summer. So good job by Mitch, and overall good game. Off the bench, he had Fournier chipping in, no Rose, Fournier chipping in. He had a 3-pointer in the game when, the Suns were kind of trying to close it a little bit. They were able to cut it to about 20-18, I think, was the number in the fourth quarter. That second unit, I think they had, it was like IQ, McBride, Sims, Hartenstein, Fournier, just not enough firepower out there. Suns were able to close it, and then Tibbs went back. He did put Julius back in there, and on one key play, Julius did find Fournier for a 3-pointer, and I thought that kind of helped, maintain things. Yeah, I don't think the Suns were really close to closing the gap that much, but they were threatening a little bit. And Julius found Fournier for a nice three. So Fournier had his couple of points off the bench in these last 3 games to kind of give the Knicks a little bit of a lift. And then you had 3 points for McBride, 3 for Hartenstein, and 2 for Sims coming off the bench.
Yeah, and I know you're talking about when you're talking about that 3 by Fournier, it didn't feel like it was the biggest like basket of the game.
Right.
But having that just to stop what seemed like a Suns just miniature run, it just quells things. It stops where, it just ruins momentum for the other team. And you got to think about that. So definitely does that. And during that second half, when you're watching the Knicks, they started to play a little bit more slow and methodical. So they just to give context for all the listeners out there, the Knicks had 40 shot attempts in the first half, only 34 in the second. And you saw that they were kind of playing a little slow. And that was during that point where the Suns were able to start, going on that little run. You quelled that a little bit. And it feels like that prevent defense that they were trying to play. But even though they only took 34 shots, the Knicks shot 50%. So they were not only slowing the game down, just trying to maintain the lead, but they were also being thoughtful and trying to be efficient as possible with their shot selections.
Yeah.
Conversely, the Suns I think they took over 80 shots this game, while the Knicks took about 70 some odd shots this game. Knicks took 74. Suns took 87. So the Suns were trying to do a lot of. They're just trying to score quickly to get back in this game, and that we saw that in the second. So just by quelling them with that, while the Knicks were trying to play slow and methodical, it still shows you how important that those type of buckets are.
Yeah, no question. And then also, Suns number 3 in the league in terms of 3-point percentage, man. Shoot about 38% from 3. Knicks held them to 27% tonight. So good job by the Knicks defense, taking away a key strength of the Phoenix Suns. So good job overall, man. I thought the defense was just very aggressive from the jump, and that really, really set a tone. They were ready to play, man. From the opening tip, this is a matinee game after New Year's Day. Could have been out celebrating, partying, whatever. They came ready to play. Mm-hmm. Give them credit.
83 points, CP. They held him to 83 points.
83.
I don't care there's no Devin Booker. I don't care there's no Cam Johnson. We didn't have RJ, all right?
Yeah.
You still got Chris Paul out there. Still got Ayton. Got Bridges. Campaign is also a good guard off the
came
bench.
Back.
So the fact that the Knicks were able to hold this team to 83 points, that defense is stifling.
Give them credit, man. They played well. Let's get to the phones out here. What the people got to say, man. Hit us up, 657-383-1509, or you can hit us up on the KnicksFanTV Discord, which is actually preferred. But let's start it off with Benji from Manhattan. Captain Optimism is in the building. Benji, what's going on?
Team Fournier, too. Don't forget that one.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's got a lot to say today.
Exactly, man. I got a lot to get off my chest. I tried to call on Happy New Year, by the way, guys.
You too,
man. I tried to call on thanks, man. I tried to call on New Year's, but it was Discord only, and I don't even think we were taking calls. But obviously, today I was expecting, I just had a bad feeling about today's game. Forget Booker. The Suns just worried me. So the fact that we got out to such a big lead obviously was key, just to take the stress off, because the game is basically over from early second on. I don't think there's any more Julius. There can't be any more Julius haters out there right now, right? The guy averaged 28, 12, and 4 at an efficient shooting percentages for the month of December. He's basically leading us. I think CPU talked about it on after the Houston win. Mm-hmm. We were in a tough spot there. If we had lost that game, things could have really unraveled. And Julius took it on himself to exploit that matchup against Jabari Smith, where he got a bunch of fouls in a row and got to the line. We were struggling. We were down 5 or 7 at that time in the first quarter. So I think that was a key kind of turning point to get us to this point. Obviously, Brunson, the guy is just so impactful, such a difference maker. I think on the Fournier front, you just touched on it, but big shot today. That was a really good feel-good 3, even though we weren't worried that the Suns were going to come back. When it got to 18, I started to get a little bit of that sick feeling. And then the game against Houston, Fournier hit that three, I think, to push the lead to 15 to force a timeout. So, look, he's filling his role, man. He's playing 14, 15 minutes a game. He's not really hurting us defensively from what I can tell. Today I think he was plus 11. And he's defending a little bit, man. He defended against Garrison Matthews in the Houston game. He's not getting beat. He's kind of playing limited minutes, and he's filling his role. So he's stepping up, and I think you can't underestimate sitting for 6 weeks and then having to be sprung back into action and get up to speed. So today was a huge win. We got to build on it, get revenge on Wednesday. We know Friday is going to be a tough game up in the 6 because it's never easy. That building's like a house of horrors for us.
Yeah, for sure.
And then wanted to ask you all and just kind of get your thoughts. What do you think? I think, honestly, it's best to move on from Derrick Rose at this time. I just think that I haven't liked what I've seen from him when he's played. He doesn't have that explosiveness. I'd say he's more of a defensive liability, maybe even than Fournier is when he's out there, and he can't really stay healthy. So Bill Daughtry talked about it on another podcast, but I think we should deal him to Chicago, man. Let's help him have that final chapter of the story be like a special one. Send him to Chicago. But love what you guys do. Alex, congrats on the New York Post feature. That's awesome.
Appreciate it, man.
Let's keep the beat going, man.
Appreciate it.
Super proud of the guys today.
Benji from Manhattan, the number one, the president of the Evan Fournier fan club. Al, he even went back in time to tell you about Fournier's performance against the Houston Rockets off the bench. He had a lot of catching up to do, so shout out to Benji.
He did.
Man. Shout out to Benji.
He said it, man. He said he couldn't call on that show against the Rockets, so he said, hey, whoa. Let me just tell you one thing about my guy, Evan Fournier.
He kept his notes.
And then hold on, what did he do, bro? But what did he do? He had to throw shots at my guy, Derrick Rose. Like, maybe we gotta get rid of Derrick Rose, keep Evan Fournier around here. Maybe that's the bet we need. He can still offer something, some shooting.
There was definitely an agenda behind it. You could hear it. You could hear it. I don't think they will trade Rose. It doesn't seem like they will. He wants to stay here. But obviously, if there was a destination that you could see him going to and accepting a trade to, I would have to think it's the Bulls.
Yeah.
So, it's he's right. He's lost it. And again, today he missed the game with a right knee contusion. So it still looked like he was out there pregame shooting around. So maybe it was just a rest day for him since Brunson was coming back. You had McBride going. Maybe it's just a rest day overall.
Knicks PR trying to put us through one, man. They were like, Derrick Rose, knee contusion. I was like, I hope Brunson's playing today because if we don't got Derrick Rose, at least.
Arcidiacono was the next man up. Damn
We're
sure
about to
wasn't
get
going to be
48
Cam.
minutes of Deuce McBride.
Damn sure was not going to be Cam, man. Shout out to Big Surge. Fight Out Super Chat says it's clear Randle isn't going. Obi is stuck. Indiana is interested. Obi for Duarte, and Duarte backing up Q Dot solidifies that spot. Upgrades the D. Pause. Look, would Indiana do that? I'm not so sure. Will they give up their 3-and-D wing for Obi? Not so sure. What about Nebhard?
He's starting.
Yeah.
So I would actually think Duarte is more of a realistic option because he's on the bench right now. You gotta think that with Hield in the starting rotation, they're gonna want to push up Mathurin to that small forward position.
Yeah.
What does that do with Duarte? You spent a lottery. He was a lottery pick. Wasn't he?
He was. The Knicks were very much interested.
So Knicks were looking at him.
Yep.
Maybe he can get more playing time here. Not sure about that, but he would definitely add some defense and some scoring to a second unit that certainly needs it.
Yeah.
Definitely interesting because I wouldn't see Hield being that guy that you trade for. He wants to be in a starting rotation.
Yeah.
It would not be Miles Turner either.
No.
From what I saw, there were recent talks where they're thinking of extending him. I think I read something like that. Don't quote me. I'm pretty sure I saw something like that where they were considering about keeping Turner. But then I would figure that Duarte have to be the other guy. He'd have to be the odd man out.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Certainly interesting. Shout out to the rhyme animal Chuck D, man. $10 super chat says, Breen pointed out with this style of NBA play and parity, the AC Green record won't break, meaning durability is king. Randle is that, and chemistry is greater than stars. Bucks and Suns struggling, the league is wide open. Yeah, I think the West is certainly wide open. You know, when you have Golden State on the men trying to get Curry back, they're trying to figure out their rotation. Are the young guys going to be able to contribute? What does Clay have left? What is Draymond doing? You know, Golden State is trying to, doing a little soul searching right now. I think the West is wide open. It's going to be very interesting. I still think the East is Boston's to lose. East is very top heavy. You got Brooklyn, who you certainly have to contend with. And then you have the Bucks. They're going to need to get Middleton back, see where things are. They just got Ingles back. He had a pretty good game the other night in their win against the Minnesota Timberwolves. So let's see. Let's see what happens. I still think the East is a three-team race, though. Maybe put Philadelphia there at 4.
Who's your top 3 teams? You're saying Nets, Celtics,
I'm saying
and
Celtics,
Cavs?
Celtics, Bucks, Nets.
You don't have the Cavs up there?
Yeah, Cavs, Philly. Or Philly Cavs, however you want to put it.
Those are your 5 teams, man.
Yeah.
I mean, those are the 5 teams I'm looking at. Any other teams outside of that, I don't think they're getting past. Unless Embiid goes down, there's always that thought in the playoffs. But if all those teams are healthy, those are all difficult outs.
Yeah.
And by the way, it was Shams Charania that did report from The Athletic that Miles Turner and the Indiana Pacers are opened up to talks about a possible contract extension.
Very interesting.
That was before last week.
Very interesting. Interesting development there. All right, to the Discord we go. Harrison on the Discord. Go ahead and unmute your mic. Harrison, what's going on?
How you doing, guys? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, bro.
Happy New Year.
Hey, so my audio's good, yeah?
Yep, perfect.
Okay, sounds good, man. So I really mostly on this call, I just want to give Randle his flowers because I feel like this is the first time we're seeing, maybe in his career, where the team around him is really conducive to playing winning basketball around him, especially in New York, because they had to deal with he had to play with Peyton for 2 years, which is going to sink your offense a bit, and then Kemba with the defense. And last year was just not a recipe for success.
True.
I've always thought his issue in New York was more fit than anything, because it's rare to get a player that can average 20, 10, and 5. And he's done that. This is his 3rd year straight doing that, and he's built on that. But now you've got 4 other guys that can put up 20 and not have it be surprising, especially with Brunson. The ball's moving way more than it ever has in Randle's whole time here.
Yeah.
And I just think he's really playing well. He's setting up his teammates, and they're setting him up. And I'm really happy with how the team's playing, man. I'm also happy with Mitch. Mitch is playing like a fringe top 10 center, in my opinion. Better than Gobert for sure. And we just locked him up for 4 years. Last point I want to make, rapid fire. I just want to say that I think we should keep Emmanuel quickly. If they're going to trade him, I don't think anything's stopping them from holding out until draft night or the off season. The only player I would really trade him for is Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah.
Because, microwave scorer off the bench. But I love how quickly he's played, and I think every good playoff team needs a consistent bench player that can come in and facilitate and play defense and rebound and score. So that's all I got. Happy New Year, guys.
Appreciate it, man. Happy New Year. Good call. I agree. If I were to trade quick, it's either in a package for a better player, a star, or like a Clarkson, who I think is, again, he won't give you the defense that Quick's going to give you, but offensively, he's much more consistent than Quick. And as Harrison said, a microwave scorer off the bench, which you could certainly use in the playoffs as well. So it's kind of tough. Kind of tough, but good call. Yeah, I think the supporting cast this year is the best we've had around Julius. A reliable point guard. You have, when Obi comes back, maybe you have a better bench, but certainly the point starts with the point guard. Starts with the point guard to take pressure off of him.
RJ's playing better. Mitch is playing better.
Yep.
You got Quentin Grimes, a 3-and-D. It's definitely from where it was when Randle was an all-star before. I mean, you got to think we've upgraded from Alfred Payton to Brunson, Reggie Bullock to Quentin Grimes. RJ's still there. You have Mitch who's now healthy and playing better too. It's just better than what Randle had 2 seasons ago. So yeah, for sure, the cast has been good around him. But the IQ question, man.
Yeah.
Do you think IQ though wants to stick as a 6th man? Because that's the question, right?
Hey.
It's as much as I like Emmanuel Quickly, as much as he's shown to be good, especially a backup shooting guard, combo guard for this starting rotation. Defense has been on point, strong rebounding. We understand the inconsistencies when it comes to playmaking and scoring. You're looking at him right now, man. I'm looking at him right now, and he went 6 for 12 tonight, efficient scoring night, 3 for 6 from 3, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, got you 15 points, plus 12. I'm not really a box plus minus guy, but plus 12, just to give you an idea like how effective he was on both sides of the court. The whole his showing off his performance during the Texas Triangle. I don't know how you can sell him on being a 6th man unless you're really competing.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not even that too. Brunson left. Let's look at Brunson. Let's look at the guy in front of him. He left a team with Luka Doncic, made the Western Conference Finals. He wanted to go do his own thing, man. Show that he could be a lead guard. I would have to think that Emmanuel Quickly being in the starting rotation, playing 36 minutes, and playing effectively as he did tonight, that he's thinking, I should be a starter in this league.
For sure. Hey.
And with that, these are the questions of like, maybe those trade talks isn't just from the Knicks. Maybe there's something on his side saying, hey, man, I want to play more too.
Listen, it's dollars and cents, man. It comes down to dollars and cents. You know what I mean? And I was thinking that too. What if it's G-Day and his Rock Nation team kind of putting that out there and getting feelers to see? Because the decision has to be made on him within the next 2 years, whether or not he's going to stay with this team, or are they out there talking to other teams to say, hey, does he have a shot here as a starter? Because clearly, financially, it'll make more sense. You know what I mean? There's no loyalty in this game, man. As much as he may love New York and playing ping pong with Obi or whatever they do in the offseason, if he finds a place to start, I'm sure he's going to want to angle for that.
Man, that's tough though. If you're the Knicks and you're in competition right now, you're playing potentially 6th seed. Do you keep Emmanuel Quickly for the end of the season and see what happens in the offseason, or are you making a trade by the trade deadline?
I would keep him through. Just given where this team wants to go, and Tibbs wanted to win, this team wanted to win and compete. I would wait.
You would wait?
Yeah, I would definitely wait.
Yeah. It's tough, man, because I guess I just don't know what the market is for Emmanuel Quickly right now.
That's another thing.
Like what is the market for Quick? What is his return? The Knicks are asking for a 1st rounder, but that's not, if you're just gonna get a 1st rounder, that's not enticing enough for me.
Right, that's what I'm saying. To punt for the future, man. It's a hard sell. It's understandable, but it's a hard sell. It's a hard sell. So they got some decisions to make, even as they, win some of these games and continue to compete. So let's see how it plays out. Greg Gardner, $10 Super Chat says, great win today. I'll stop short of predicting another win streak. Remember Greg from Connecticut. That's Greg from Connecticut who predicted the original 8-game winning streak, but he said 7. Well, whatever. They won 8. But he was still on the money. And he says, but outside of the Bucks game, these next 10 games are winnable games. Top 10 offense, top 8 defense. Keep Tibbs. Greg from Connecticut throwing it out there. I think he's saying like kind of sort of they can win 10 in a row, but he didn't really want to put the stamp on it.
No, we're not accepting that. We're not accepting that.
He kind of went halfway. It was kind of halfway. You know what I'm saying?
We're not accepting that. You got to do what you did last time. If you're doing that, you got to go all in, man.
Gotta claim it. Shout out to Khalil from Brooklyn. Says some fans wanted to shelve JB for a month to chase a lottery pick, and he comes back and drops 24, 4, 6, and a W in 2023. Knicks still top 10 on both ends. Need to start streaking and get healthy, and we're cooking. All right, Khalil from Brooklyn, definitely appreciate it. Salute to everybody in the chat once again, man. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. KFTV Postgame Live presented by Manscaped. We have over 1,500 people in the chat, man. Do me a favor, all 1,500 of you watch right now. Number one, welcome to the show. Number two, hit that like button. Hit the thumbs up button for us right now. Hit the share button. Share this on Twitter. Text it to one person, two people, whatever it is. Put it in your group chat. Definitely appreciate it. And subscribe to the channel. And if you guys are new viewers here, just type in hashtag new in the little chat box. We'll shout you guys out. And also, throw your cities, throw your countries in the chat. Let us know where you guys are repping, and we'll shout you guys out as well. Knicks win big, easy win in the matinee tip-off against the Suns, 102-83. Back to the phones we go. Let's hear from the people, man. Let's go to Mike from Manhattan. Mike, what's going on?
What's up? What's up? Y'all can hear me? Y'all can hear me good?
Yep, loud and clear. What's going on?
So I like where we at right now. I know I'm usually the one that goes ranting crazy, but, like, there's nothing for me to rant about. So I have more of a question for y'all. Like, I want to hear y'all, like, talk about what I got to say. With Jalen Brunson playing the way he's playing, Mitch the way he's playing, right, and obviously Randle being clear all-star, right, if these three play like that, Quentin Grimes too, Quentin Grimes is cool, and it shows that Obi is not essential for this team, right, and I don't want the RJ people to hate me, but, like, I'm just cool on him. If we get a wing, I'm not sure what name this is. This is all hypothetical. I'm just saying for fit of our team. A wing with this team that we have right now, if Julius is playing this level, Jalen commanding the court, being a closer, and Mitch being a really solid center, I'm feeling for that. Because, like, we know we're not going to win a championship, like, unless, like that. Like, I just want to be competitive and have a good Knicks team that we could really get behind. So, like, what do you guys think about that? That's what I already wanted to say.
Wait, repeat the question, guy. I think you were coming in and out. Repeat the question one more time. With those guys, yes.
With Mitch, Julius playing the way he's playing, and Jalen playing the way he's playing, are we a wing away? Because I don't think RJ is a wing. He's more of a two, if you ask me, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't think we're going to go far with having two shooting guards on the court, Quentin and RJ. So I think if we get a solid three, like an all-star level three, which is hard to get, I know that. I know that's not easy to grow on. But we do got some stuff that we could trade. We got RJ, we got Obi, we got picks. I prefer not to trade quickly because I think that he's a really good six-man, and I think that he would be able to play well in a playoff series because he gets his own shot off. He doesn't need to be spoon-fed. So, like that, you get what I'm saying, or I made it a little bit complicated?
No, I got it. Appreciate the call, man. I got it. Basically, his question is, are we one piece away? I don't think so. It depends. It depends on the piece. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the piece. They still need a star. They still need a star. We're not talking about one like role-playing wing that'll just come in and be a 3-and-D guy. Like, you still need a lot more. The piece that you bring in has to allow you to say we can beat the Celtics in a series, we can beat the Bucks in a series, we can beat the Nets in a series.
I think what the caller is getting at, you're saying one piece away. The other way I'm looking at is he's trying to say RJ's the odd man out with this team.
And he said Obi.
And Obi. Well, yeah, so he's calling both those guys. Are those two guys the odd man out? Could you trade both those guys for that wing? I think the prototypical wing that he's thinking of has to be Jason Tatum. Do you think Jason Tatum is? I'm not saying the Celtics are going to trade him.
Yeah.
You put Jason Tatum on this team to replace RJ. Is that a contention team?
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's thinking about.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's trying to get at for that player. Is there a wing that's available that is like that?
No. It's not easy, man. It's not easy.
That's where I hope the Knicks move up in the draft and find somebody.
Also not easy, but a good idea.
You know? I mean, it's not easy. I mean, nothing's easy in the NBA, right?
Right.
As you always say, it's the hardest league to win a championship in.
That's right.
So, but you got to try at least.
Everybody got strays from my guy RJ, man. He's on the mend. He's got his finger in a splint. Everybody got smoke for RJ, man. When he's not playing. You know, the other night Grimes goes off for 33. It's RJ. Get RJ out of here. My golly, man. My God, Broadway catching strays for nothing out here, man. Tough crowd, bro. Shout out to NRJ, team hashtag new. Shout out to NRJ. We got DJ Just Jordan repping Jamaica, JA stand up salute. Kaiju checking in from Portugal. So we got some Portuguese in here. Okay. Who else we got? Todd Dice checking in from the Upper West Side. Salute. He said Upper West Side to Ensenada Baja. So Mexico. Stand up. Okay. Shamik Boyd, he says, hashtag new, just to start. And why not start IQ and have Grimes come off the bench? Because Grimes is a better player, man. He says he thinks IQ's a little more consistent. I don't think so. I go Grimes. TM said the caller's volume was a little bit low. Yeah, that's why we want people on the Discord. The Discord volume is a lot better than the switchboard. We're trying to get people to the Discord. It's, like I said, the caller volume, the caller quality is much better. And then you also have 24/7 Knicks Talk. It is the largest group chat talking Knicks in the world. Hands down. Go to the Discord. Sign up for the Discord. The link is right below you. The link for the Discord is right there. bit.ly/KFTV Court is right there. Very easy to join. Very easy to sign up. Sign up for the Discord. Sign up for the Discord, ladies and gentlemen. Who else we got in here? Team hashtag news. And then we'll get to the numbers. Salute to, I just saw another team hashtag new in there. We got Coach Rubens checking in from Montreal, Canada. Shout out to Gibbies. Al, you know about Gibbies? You ever been in Montreal?
No, I've never been to Montreal. I need to make my way out there, man.
Yeah, take your wife to Montreal, get your romance on, and go to Gibbies. Tell them CP the franchise sent you. Yeah. Then you go to Old Montreal. You go down to cobblestone streets and all that. Go to Gibbies, bro. Gibbies. Yeah.
Are you a world-class traveler and we don't know that?
I'm low-key a diplomat, man. Yeah. I'm a diplomat. Tell them the franchise sent you. And the bread is on the house. Shout out to Chanel Phillip, man. Shout out to Chanel Phillip. And back to the phones we go. Let's go to... Oh, let's get to Truth in Arkansas. Truth, go ahead and unmute your mic. Let's go. Truth unmuted. Truth, going once. Hold on. Truth, go ahead and unmute your mic. I don't know why it's... All right, Truth, try to jump back into the lounge. I wasn't sure why it was... wasn't letting me connect to you. Ernie from Bayonne. Ernie, what's going on?
What's up, CP and Alex? Can you guys hear me?
Loud and clear, man. Very loud and clear. What's going on?
Hey, CP, you're doing a great show. Alex, you're doing a great show. CP, you're the head of the snake. CP, I was listening to you a couple of weeks ago, and you said it right about the Knicks. We must develop and draft. Don't trade anybody. Develop these guys. See what they're worth. We can hold on to them. And is there a point where... As a Knicks fan, I've been a Knicks fan since 1968. I've seen Knicks win championships, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Is Julius Randle's best not good enough for this team? And I want to sit and listen and hear what you guys got to say about that. Happy New Year to both of you and your families.
Appreciate it. The answer is, we'll see when it's money time. We'll see when it's money time, bro. When it comes to the playoffs... and teams are tightening up, you're getting your best efforts every night. You're getting schemed away. Everything that you do well is being taken away. And the lights are the brightest. that's when we're going to see, bro. Right now, in his first stint, it wasn't a good one for him. Does not mean that that's who he is. We need a larger sample size. But we won't know until that time. You know what I mean? We won't know until that time, bro.
It should definitely be easier, I'll say. I won't say it would be. It should be.
Yeah.
Because you got Jalen Brunson, who's been there and done it before.
I agree with that.
And I think with having a guy like that, Randle, if he gets to the playoffs again, having experience before, you know, all these other guys on the team too, with RJ, Quick, Obi, those guys, and you have someone like if D Rose is around there too, of veteran leadership. Let's say even Evan Fournier is here and he's not traded yet. You have some guys who've been to the playoffs before, who know about the pressure, who can, you know, have those discussions in the locker room, you know, talk about what to see, how the game slows down, you know, how to feel relaxed during the game.
Yeah.
It should be better, but definitely with Brunson, it should be better, in my opinion. I think with Brunson, he'll be able to help open up the floor because he commands double teams too.
Yeah.
You know?
Look, we got to see. We're at game 38, right? We're at game 38. You got 44 left. You got to get through that 44 healthy, get to the playoffs, and then how are we matching up? How are they game planning against us? How is he feeling physically, mentally? There's a lot that goes into it. A lot of the top players have had to go through, take their lumps, and battle their demons before they get to the pinnacle. Or even just win a series. You know what I'm saying? Let's take baby steps here. Even just win a series. So,
hey, that Last Dance documentary showed it.
Yeah. So, yeah, like, I can't, I think it's very hard to predict because the playoffs is a completely different animal than the regular season. For just as I said, you got to go through 82 games first. We're only halfway there. You got to go through 82, get through that healthy, and then it's a series. How do we match up? And can you adjust, which is going to be partly on Tibbs as well, but also on the players to go out there and execute.
Glad that you brought that up because it's not only be the players who are going to see numerous adjustments. You're talking about if it goes to distance 7 games. So everyone's going to learn each other's tendencies. There's going to be enough film. You already got film from the previous season. It's going to be half court. It's not going to be a lot of open transition running. It's being very effective in the half court. Can the Knicks be effective in the half court? Are the Knicks ready for opposing teams to double, triple team Julius, maybe even Brunson, and force other guys to beat them? That's where it's all going to come down to. And for Tibbs, is he going to be able to adjust and not the next game, in-game? That's the weakness that we've seen so far. It's the in-game adjustments, reading how his players, reading his players too, right? Who's got the hot hand? Who's feeling it right now? How do you make that lineup, work to that hot hand's benefit, right? If Randle's got it going, don't do what you did to Austin Rivers 2 seasons ago and pull him out when he's going nuclear in the first half. Who do you surround him with to make sure that he can keep that hot streak going and open up the floor for him? We'll see. We're not there yet.
Long way away, man.
You have to,
long way away. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Let's take a look at this thing by the numbers, Al. Knicks versus I got San Antonio up here. Let me fix that up. In the meantime, let me get to the phones. Let's go from Jay from Houston. Jay, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, CP? What's going on, Alex?
How you doing, bro?
Happy New Year to both of you.
Good.
Oh, I'm good, man. Appreciate it. So I just wanted to say with this whole trading stuff, especially with Emmanuel Quickly and Cam Reddish, I just hope they don't blow it, like y'all said, for just a first-round pick for Quick or for Cam getting a second-round pick or trading them for Kendrick Nunn and Patrick Beverly.
Well, for Cam, you're going to have to take what you can get because you're going to lose him anyway.
Yeah, and exactly that's my point. So I was thinking with Cam, I think you need to package him with a Quickly or with like a what is it, Isaiah Hartenstein to like upgrade the roster. So I just wanted to get y'all opinion on this trade. If we traded Emmanuel Quickly, Isaiah Hartenstein, Cam Reddish, and Derrick Rose to make the numbers work for Jordan Clarkson and Kelly Olynyk, because I feel like to at least get like an actual, a center that can shoot threes. That's what we're supposed to get with Isaiah Hartenstein. So we actually get that with somebody like a Kelly Olynyk. Just wanted to get y'all idea on that and what y'all thought.
Yeah, I mean, if
Angel's
going for
and I
that,
just want to say I appreciate everything y'all do.
Appreciate it.
Keep it rapid fire.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, listen, if Angel's going for that, of course I do that.
He's saying Obi's still on the team then?
Yeah. I don't think he included Obi on that one.
Okay. I don't know how I feel about Olynyk, to be honest, because I'd like to see Jericho Sims get those backup minutes. So I'm okay without Olynyk. You know?
Yeah, that's fair.
I think if you were putting Obi in that deal, maybe if you could play Olynyk at the 4, if you could play some power forward minutes. Clarkson I can get. I'm not a big fan of Olynyk.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing Jericho in there. But I liked Olynyk prior to him going to Detroit. I thought that was the move we should have made. We should have tried to get him as a floor spacer. I think it was after the Hawks series is when I thought Olynyk should have came. But yeah, I mean, if he's talking that, I would do that.
What was it? It was IQ, Fournier, Rose, and Cam for Clarkson and Olynyk?
Yeah. I'll do that.
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I don't love it either.
I would do that.
I'm indifferent.
Let's go to the Discord. Aqua Ape 25. Aqua Ape, Aquatic Ape on the Discord. What's
going on, man?
How you feeling?
It's a dream to be on here.
Appreciate it.
I love what you guys do. I'm similar age to you guys. I've been watching the Knicks for like 20 years, so it's good to be on here. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. Man.
I'll get right to it.
Yeah. What's your name? Where are you calling in from, by the way?
My name's Pari. I'm from New Jersey.
Pari. Okay. What's going on?
Yeah. It's I want to get right to it in terms of like we should be happy, like we've been, especially in the off season, we all wanted our young guys to be playing. Now we're playing. We win some, we lose some, but that's growing pains. Like if you look at teams like the Pelicans and the Grizzlies, who are doing so well now, even Boston 3-4 years ago, we got to go through these growing pains. So I think that's the main thing. And let's be happy. It's a long, like you said earlier, it's a long season. But my big question is, so what do we need to get to that next level? What do you guys think?
Yeah. I would definitely start with some more consistency off the bench. If IQ could be that guy, that would be great. If he could really be that Lou Williams prototype that people wanted him to be, and you combine that with his defense, that would be incredible. Yeah. And let's not forget, Obi did a lot off the bench, especially early this season. He's shooting the ball from 3. He's getting out there in the leak outs, getting out there in transition. I know this recent Julius performance has a lot of people souring on Obi because you haven't seen him in a while with the broken leg, but and he did go through his slump through that part of the season. But I thought Obi was playing well to start the season. If you can get that type of player off the bench with a more consistent, whether it's Quickly or Clarkson or somebody like that, I think that certainly helps your team.
Do you think it's worth it to get somebody like a Levine? Because like when I watch these close games that we're in, at the end of the game to have one more go-to scorer like that, I don't think it's going to make us a championship level, but maybe it would put us into like second-round playoffs. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't know, man. I don't want to say, the thing is, like, you bring in Levine, you're really going to compromise your defense, man.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, that's what I would say, like, to move Grimes from out of that spot.
Yeah, you got to keep him in there.
It really has to be like a superstar player.
Yeah.
That's going to give you something more on the defensive end. Levine, you got to put Levine in the lineup with Brunson, who needs the ball, with RJ. with Julius, and then his defense not even be on point, and with nagging knee injuries. That's a tough one, man.
I think it's the same thing with like Towns and Trae Young and all these disgruntled stars for the year. I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on what we would have to trade too. But like you said, I think it's just not gonna go with the chemistry of the team.
Yeah. Somebody in the chat said Tobias Harris.
Yeah, I mean,
Ian Begley reported that, right?
Yeah, Ian Begley did report that the Knicks were interested.
The other thing, too, that I really like about this team is that we've had all these awful games where I'm just, like, miserable the next game. Like, we lose by 1 point. But our guys go right back out there, and we're winning games. That says a lot about the team, their headset, their focus. So I like that. Even if we end up a little over 500 this year, I'm cool with that. We're progressing, so.
Yeah, for sure. You know, they haven't gotten too high, haven't gotten too low. I mean, obviously, you know, they've had their ruts and they've had their glory. But the thing is about this team is, number one, the defense has gotten better. They rebound the ball very well on both ends. Look at what Julius is doing on the defensive glass. Look at what Mitch allows them to do on second chance points. They don't have to be a perfect shooting team when you have Mitch out there cleaning up mistakes. Look at the fact that they don't turn the ball over. They're very careful with the ball. Today, single-digit turnovers. You know, those things give you a chance to win games if your effort and your energy and everything follow. And then you have your guys. You have Julius. You have Jalen. You're capable scorers. You have capable three-point shooting out there. When you put in Grimes, you put in IQ. So, you know, they're doing things well that will allow them to win games.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Rebounds, defense, and free throws. Thibodeau said that during the early games of our big winning streak.
Yeah.
But that's what he's focusing on, and we win when we do that. Those few games that we lost in our losing streak came down to free throws, literally.
Yeah, big time.
Most of the games we lost by 1 or 2 points made like just 3 or 4 more free throws, we would have won. So
big time.
A good sign.
Yeah, man. Appreciate the call, man. Thanks for calling in.
Thanks a lot, guys. Yep, later.
Yep. Pari from New Jersey on the check-in, man. Appreciate the call, Pari. Definitely appreciate the call. Alice, let's take a look at these things by the numbers. Don't have the graphic up, but just take a couple of stats that you know, certainly stuck out to me. Number one, as I said, starting the show off, Suns shooting 27% from three tonight, and on average they shoot 38%. So I thought that was a good job by the Knicks in terms of their three-point defense. Good job there. Knicks getting to the line 25 times compared to 7 for the Suns, but the Knicks only shooting 68%. Got to clean that up. Randle accounted for 12 free throw attempts. He's been hot getting to the line. Knicks winning the rebounding battle 45-36. 26 assists for the Knicks. I thought they moved the ball very well from opening to close. Points in the paint. Knicks winning that one as well, 36-28. And Knicks' largest lead, man, 32 points on the night. Anything about the stats that you found interesting?
I think you covered it all.
Yeah.
For all the important stats, but I think the one that really stuck out to me today, and it's not really a stat, is that the fact that the Knicks held the Suns to 11 points
first quarter.
First quarter.
That's right. That's right.
Defense was, once again, impressive. They have been honest. It's been different, man. This is really a Tom Thibodeau team, the way they've been playing defense. They're getting after it, forcing teams to not shoot well from the perimeter, 27% as he spoke today. You know, they're protecting the paint really well. Suns only had 28 points, as you noted. That defense, man, if they keep that up, this is the identity that we're looking for from this team. They're now a defensive team that can play offense, and they're actually shooting the ball pretty well, man.
Yeah.
Since that first loss to the Dallas Mavericks, the Knicks currently are the 12th best shooting team from three, shooting 37% from three, and they take the 11th most 3-point attempts. So they've also improved. I think that has to do with quickly getting his jumper. It's also RJ finding his groove. You have Quentin Grimes in that rotation. Brunson's been hot from three as well. Randle has been a good 3-point shooter as well. It's starting to turn around. Their scoring has tailed off into I think they're the 20th best team when it comes to points per game. But still, if you're playing defense at that level, it doesn't really matter as long as you're able to score more than the other team, which they've been able to do.
Agreed. Totally agree, man. And By the Numbers, Al, is brought to you guys by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is daily fantasy sports made easy, man. For our viewers out there, for you guys that are playing for the first time, go to prizepicks.com and use promo code KFTV, and they will match your deposit of up to $100 instantly. So if you want to start off with $20, they'll match you $20. You have $40 to play with. You want to start with $50, they'll match you $50. You have $100. You want to play with $100, they'll match you $100. You have $200. Al, over the last 2 sessions on Prize Picks, your boy CP the Franchise did one $20 bet and cashed out for $400, and then did another on New Year's Eve. 6 picks, a 6-pick flex play, and cashed out for $500. $900 we hit Prize Picks for over the last 2 sessions. Your boy CP the Franchise is riding hot. And for you people out there, what you got to do is you're going to pick between 2 to 6 players. And all you're going to do is it's you versus Prize Picks and their stat projections. So you can play NBA, you can play NFL, NHL, whatever's playing, college football. You had bowl season going on. And you're just going to pick 2 to 6 players, and you're going to predict whether or not that player does more or less than the given stat projection that Prize Picks has calculated that night. Very easy. So here's where I went tonight, Al, on my Prize Picks session. As I told you, man, Julius Randle has been the hot hand. I think I like any of the Julius numbers, whether it's points, whether it's rebounds, points, rebounds, and assists. He's been getting it done, doing it all for the Knicks. Tonight I chose points. And I chose Julius Randle with more than 27.5 points, and he just got me there. Just got it with 28. Mitchell Robinson now, I thought Mitch was going to have his work cut out for him with 8, and I also thought that with Prize Picks setting his rebounding number to 10.5, I thought it was a little bit close. So I went with less for Mitch on this one. I went with less for Mitch on 11, on 10.5, and he got 10. So I got that one. With Emmanuel Quickly's been shooting the ball a lot better over his last few games. I went with Emmanuel Quickly, especially because he was going to be in the starting lineup. I figured that his volume was going to be more from 3, and I gave him a chance to knock a few down. I went with Emmanuel Quickly with more than 2.5 3-points made, and he got 3. So I got those 3. I did a 5-pick play. I went with Quentin Grimes, man, with more than 13.5 today. He finished with 12 out. All I needed was one more bucket. But the Knicks were
about that one too.
Yeah, all I needed was one more bucket from Q. He didn't get me there. And I'm finishing tonight with CJ McCollum, Pelicans versus Sixers in the rematch. I picked CJ McCollum with more than 20.5 points. And he's got 12 points so far in that game. And that game is in what quarter is that game in? That game is in the halftime. So I'm close. I'm close to getting some coins there, man. But I'm riding a hot streak right now. How you looking?
All right. Well, before I get to my picks, you said you won $900. Is that what you're telling me?
Over the last 2, CP is riding hot. I hit a 4 for 4, and then I hit a 5 for 5 on New Year's Eve. Oh, sorry, a 6 for 6 on New Year's Eve.
KFTV squad, everybody. You hear that? 900 CP's taking us to dinner. That's what he's doing right now.
That's what I did on New Year's, man. The New Year's, I bought the bar. It was a good New Year's Eve, man.
CP is taking the entire KFTV staff out for dinner.
There it is.
Team bonding experience. I'm looking forward to it, man. Thank you so much for offering that here live on the channel, man. You're so kind and generous. But for my picks tonight, man, this is where I went. In this game, I chose Julius Randle for over 10.5 rebounds. Got 16. Easy money right there.
Easy.
Like you, I chose Emmanuel Quickly for more than 2.5 3-pointers. Just barely did it by the skin of his teeth, but he got us there.
Yep.
And then chose LeBron James for more than 47.5 points, rebounds, and assists. It is right now halftime. Lakers are leading 60-45 against the Hornets, but he's got me 29 combined points right now. So I'm on good pace right now. I then chose DeMar DeRozan for more than 25.5 points. They're playing the Cleveland Cavaliers right now at 65-47. It is halftime, but I'm on pace for that one as well. And the last guy I chose is Nikola Jokic more than 24.5 points. He's been on a tear, man. We're talking about consideration for maybe another third MVP for this guy. He's been doing it all. I chose him for more than 24.5 points. Game hasn't started yet. Starts at 8 p.m. So it should have started now, actually, if I refresh, hopefully. But we'll see. Hopefully, he can help me out there, and I win my prize picks tonight.
There you go, man. And for you people at home, play to win, but play responsibly, man. Go to prizepicks.com. Use promo code KFTV for an instant deposit match on your deposit of up to $100. Okay, a couple more phone calls. Let's go to Go Lean. Go Lean on the Discord. Go ahead and unmute your mic.
What's going on, CP? What's going on, Alex?
How you doing, man? What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
Yeah, sorry about that. My username's a little funky. It's Dan from Miami.
Dan from Miami, 305. What's going on?
Not a whole lot. I feel like I'm in the. I missed the first 10 minutes of the show, maybe the first 15 minutes of the show, but I feel like I'm in the twilight zone.
Why? What's
I've heard a bunch of callers talk about, draft picks and who we need to trade for, and we're talking about Levine, talking about talking about all this nonsense. Like, we are right now 20-18, and if you literally take 3 extra wins, that would make us tied for 3rd place in the Eastern Conference, which would literally only give us maybe an extra 2 more games to reach 1st place. Now, I'm not some crazy, lunatic Knicks fan who's thinking that, it's all sunshine and rainbows. I know we have a lot of work to do, but at the same time, I think the biggest thing that we have to focus on, and Alex said it a few minutes ago, is, does the coach actually have what it takes to make the adjustments? And, this guy who's supposed to be a defensive-minded coach, and he is, and he's shown that for, 8, 10, 12 games so far this season. But what happened last season? What happened in the first 25 games of the season? Right? Like, this coach cannot make adjustments. And I feel like we're just staring down the barrel of a gun, knowing exactly what's going to happen come playoff time, if and when. And so it's just upsetting to me that, A, we're talking about things that are so far down the future, where we stand right now is in a really good position. But B, it's kind of bittersweet saying that, because, the coach, in my opinion, doesn't have what it takes to actually make those adjustments. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it's a fair critique. I think it's a fair critique, and we'll have to see you come playoff time.
The Celtics coach is the youngest coach in the league. He's killing it. Granted, it's the Celtics. The Utah Jazz coach is the 2nd youngest coach in the league. I'm not sure where they stand right now, but we know they got off to a hot start.
Good start. They come back.
Yeah, they're in tenth right now, but they're slowing down a little bit. But at the same time, and Ty Lue, my favorite coach in the NBA, it's been amazing what he's been able to do without his superstars, right? They could even go as far as winning the championship. But at the end of the day, it's just, this coach needs to change, even, when these wins are being put up on the board. And it's those thoughts that need to actually pop into upper management's head when we're getting wins, not when the losses are happening. By that time, it's actually too late. So what we should be talking about is how we can actually excel and make it to the playoffs, and what adjustments we need to be making come that time. And if we could even make those adjustments with this coach, because this coach ain't going anywhere if the Knicks keep winning. I'll tell you that much.
That's true. That is very true. And I think, like I said last night, if he makes the playoffs, he's here to stay.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, look, I think it's fair points, man. What do you guys think in the chat, man? Rate that call in the chat. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. Dan from Miami putting it down. He says, be patient. Let this team cook. And, hey, they were 3 wins away from being at the top of the East, man. He's optimistic about this team now. Very optimistic about this team.
Is he jumping out the window?
Dan, are you jumping out the window? How you feeling, man? How you feeling? He said he's jumping, man.
He's jumping.
He's jumping.
All right. Let's go.
Thank you, guys.
All right, man. Appreciate it, bro. Dan from Miami. Okay, let's see what the chat's saying. Let's see a couple 5s. Let's see some 3s, some 4s. Okay. Ilya Chernitsky says the adjustment is to get a star player. He's not here for the Julius coronation. He says, get real. Get a real guy in here.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. All right, who else we got in the phones? Let's go to my guy, Truth. Truth from Arkansas. Let's go.
Hey, can you hear me, CP?
Yeah, loud and clear. How you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm all right, man. The Discord stay hating on me, man. But what up to y'all?
Yeah.
Happy New Year's and much prosperity and growth to y'all. CP, I want you to get the fair weather fans out of here. Either y'all going to ride throughout the trials and tribulations and stop complaining and just know where we are as a team and an organization, which is middle of the road until we get that number one option at small forward because RJ is a 2. I'm tired of tuning in fans talking about finding a coach or trading Julius. It's just so short-sighted and not how things work. But on to the game. Glad to have Brunson back and good to see him and Julius on the same accord. Grimes defending well and IQ is out there sniping. I hate when they style my boy Mitch out whenever he can get a double-double. It's a great game for him, though.
Yep.
But, hey, good night to y'all, man. Good luck for the next game.
Truth. Appreciate you, Truth. All the best in the new year, man. Always appreciate you calling in, man. Truth from Arkansas. He was on the Discord, had a little bit of difficulty, but jumped on the phones, man. That's dedication now. That's why we rock with Truth heavy, man. Yeah, he's a big time supporter of Knicks Fan TV. So we definitely appreciate him. Okay, real quick, Al. Let's go rapid. We haven't done this in a while. Player ratings. Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Player ratings presented by KnicksFanTV.com. Make sure you guys are going to KnicksFanTV.com and checking out the game recap and player ratings by Knicks Fan TV. Remy, we also have a number of dope articles on the horizon right now. Got a lot of stuff coming through the pipeline, so make sure you guys are going to KnicksFanTV.com, sign up for the mailing list, and also peruse some of the articles there. Okay, Al. Where do we want to start with? Quentin Grimes.
Quentin Grimes.
Yeah.
Just pull up the stat sheets real quick.
Yeah. 12 points.
Get this.
5 assists.
Right.
3 rebounds. Quentin Grimes. 2 of 6 from downtown. 5 and 9 from the field.
I'm going to give Grimes... I have to look at everybody else to make sure how I'm grading today, to make sure I'm not going wild.
Hey, man.
Have to make sure.
Your grades are your grades, man.
Thank you. I'm going to give Quentin Grimes an 8 tonight. That's what I'm going tonight.
Whoa.
I'll give him an 8 tonight.
Okay.
This is a good win against a quality opponent, even though they were short, even though they didn't have Devin Booker on the other side. I would like to see how Quentin Grimes would have fared against him.
Yeah. That would have been
But
nice.
5 and 9 from the field, as we talked about. 2 for 6 from 3. 5 assists, man. That's really what stood out to me.
Yeah, me too.
5 assists. That his defense is always impressive, protecting the point of attack, on-ball defense. His rotations are crisp too. He's flying around the court, man, making sure that no one gets a clean look from anywhere. So I'm gonna go with an 8 for him tonight. The one play that really stands out is he's driving around the back from the center that's going up, finds Mitch for an easy slam. Those type of things it's just another playmaker, man, on the court. When you have multiple playmakers, makes the offense run that much more smoothly.
Yeah, I'm going with an 8 as well. I just loved his approach tonight. 2 of 6 from downtown, needed those, got it boards. The 5 dimes. 5 dimes is big for me, just in terms of extending the play, attacking the closeouts. He looked really good doing that, and very fast, man. Very fast and explosive in doing that, and just making the right reads, making his team better. Grimes, the playmaker, is more than just a 3-and-D player. So we were able to see that. Got a nice block of Mikal Bridges as well. 5 and 9 from the floor. I thought Grimes did his job and did it admirably. I'm giving him an 8. Emmanuel Quickley. What do you say from Emmanuel Quickley?
Emmanuel Quickley. I'm going with... I'm going to give Quick an 8 as well. All right?
Yeah.
Efficient night for Quickley. 6 of 12 from the field. 3 of 6 from 3. Got you 5 rebounds. Just important on the glass, man. any way he can. He's, like I said earlier, he's flying from above the arc just to come in and get the rebound. Always battling, even on the defensive side as well. Also contributes to that perimeter defense, point of attack. And look, he was going against Chris Paul tonight. That's no easy task. And I thought he did a solid job considering that Chris Paul only had 11 points tonight.
Yeah.
You know? So I like Quick's overall effort tonight, especially when you get 15 points from him as well. It was a good night for Quickly on both ends of the court.
I give him an 8.5. Give him an 8.5. The 15 points, I thought his shooting was crucial, just being a starter and knowing that the bench is going to be depleted. His shooting was definitely going to be important. We needed him to be efficient tonight. 6 of 12 from the field, 3 of 6 from downtown, including a couple wide open threes, which was good. Defensively, again, with the Phoenix Suns, you got to start with the head of the snake. That was CP3. Yes, CP3 is not who he was. He's headed towards Washville. He's slowing down, but still a capable, crafty, savvy, probably the most savvy guard out there. And it was up to Quick to kind of just disrupt any type of flow to that Phoenix offense. And it starts with Chris Paul. And thought he did a great job, both he and McBride. But his pressure defense was on the money again tonight. And his defense has been outstanding, I think, all year. So good job by Quick, man. I'll give him an 8.5. How about the point guard? The return of Jalen Brunson, ladies and gentlemen. 24 points, 6 dimes, 2 of 3 from downtown, 8 of 18 from the field. What are you giving Jalen Brunson?
Give him 8.5 tonight, man. It would give Brunson an 8.5. Coming back from a hip injury, it looked like he didn't look in pain, but you could tell that he wasn't moving at the same speed that he normally does. It seemed like he was being a little careful tonight. But even being careful, making sure not to get injured, probably dealing with a little discomfort, he still got 24 points. Got 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Shot 2 for 3 from three-point land. Free throws he's got to clean up, and I'm confident that he will. But you just see the impact that he has on this team, and for that, his impact overall, where you're putting Mikal Bridges over on him to try to disrupt the entire offense.
Yeah,
try to throw a wrench in it, but that didn't faze him whatsoever. Coming off an injury, get 8.5 tonight, man.
I give him an 8.5 as well. First quarter, it was slow, just getting into a groove. He had Bridges covering him. And then second quarter, it was business as usual. Easy money. He was back to normal. 24, 6 assists, just scoring at will. 2 or 3 from downtown, was getting some friendly bounces there. The free throws, missing those 5. So I had to dock him a 0.5 for that. I'll dock him a 0.5 for that. I would have given him a 9. But the free throws.
Surprised you didn't dock him 0.25.
Nah, not tonight. Not tonight. I'm
not tonight. We're not going 8.75 tonight.
No, we're going to raise it straight tonight. 8.5 for Brunson. But great job. Welcome back. Much needed. Mitchell Robinson. 10 points, 10 boards, 2 assists. Let me give Mitch tonight.
Giving Mitch an 8.5 as well.
Okay.
2 assists, man, is what really does it.
Yeah.
10 boards. 10 points, just 10s across the stat line, man, for those two. So, and you see the offensive rebounding, 4 offensive rebounds, just the second chance opportunities that he gives this team, man, really saves them.
Yep.
And then the ability to be on the defensive side to stop opposing teams from getting second chance opportunities, just a big impact. You see how he continues to alter shots when anyone tries to attack down the lane. Mitch has just been on another level from returning from injury. He's been playing at a high level. I'm giving it an 8.5 tonight as well.
Yeah, I'll give him an 8. I'll give him an 8. I love the no-look pass. 2 dimes, one of them being a no-look pass. That was nice, man. You see Mitch
not
get
between
more.
the leg dribble, not the between the leg
like
dribble
that.
and handoff.
I did like that as well. I did like the between the leg dribble. Wowing the crowd a little bit. So Mitch getting into his offensive bag a little bit more as people want to see. Did a good job battling Ayton out there. Ayton only with 12 points. Thought that was a good job by Mitch. Also keeping him off the glass. And 4 offensive rebounds for Mitch, man. 4 offensive rebounds for Mitch. Keeping it alive for his team. It's a valuable skill set to have. And a game high plus 27 on the night. Yeah, you don't really take too much stock in the plus minus, but, you know, the impact of a Mitch cannot be understated. So I'm going with the 8 for Mitch. Lastly, Julius Randle, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
thought you were going to say Evan Fournier.
No. I mean, no. We won't even waste on that. But good job. Well, welcome back, Fournier. But yeah, how about Julius?
Where am I going with the scoring for Julius Randle tonight? Tough, man. You know what? Going with the 10.
Okay, there you go.
I'm going with the 10 for Julius Randle tonight. 28 points, 16 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal. Got to the line 12 times, went 10 for 12 from the free throw line. All while playing 40 minutes tonight. Only 8 minutes of rest. Tibbs was running. He played up until the last minute. 1 minute to go in the fourth quarter. But he's drawing double teams. He's taking advantage of mismatches. He's playing within the offense. He's playing defense too. Okay. It's not just he's playing one side of the ball. He's playing defense as well. Just being key for this team. Another key factor for this team for why they're succeeding on the season. And why they're 20-18. And he's been holding it down, man, since losing Brunson and RJ. You know, he had a phenomenal game against the Mavericks. Strong performance against the Spurs. Strong performance against the Rockets. Continuing the strong performance. Showing how important he is to this team. He's getting a 10 for me tonight, man.
Yeah, easy 10. Easy 10 for me tonight. You know, people wanted
Ooh, is this the alluded 10 from CP the franchise?
I'm giving that 10s this year. Yeah.
But to Julius Randle.
Is this Julius' first 10 this year?
Is this the first 10 for Julius Randle? I think it is.
Probably.
Woo,
Probably.
We're making history tonight.
Yeah. Well, it's an easy 10, man. It's an easy 10. For all the reasons that you listed. Just putting his team on his back. Just doing everything that he needed to do to get the team wins. Winning plays, making his teammates better. There's 6 dimes, 16 boards. You know, you're limiting second chance points. 16 boards. 1 turnover. He's very much under control. He's just taking what the defense is giving him and making a play. If he's got a mismatch on him, he's taking him to the paint. He's shooting the long 2s. Got Mikal Bridges up out of there a couple of times. They're scoring over him. No problem. Unfazed. 12 free throw attempts. I think it just points to him being an aggressive play, an aggressive mindset. Not settling. And just really just taking advantage of things, man. He's been impressive. 1 steal. 7 of 18 from field. 10. And a quality opponent. I'm giving him a 10. Easy 10.
TM out here saying Alex hands out 10s like a substitute teacher. CP been conservative.
That's as good as you could say it. That's as good as you could say it, man. Spot on. But nah, that's a light work 10, easy 10 for Julius, and we got to get him in Utah, man. Very, very much deserving of an all-star bid. So with that being said, Jay Boogie, man, go ahead and close us out.
Salute. 3 capital S's. Blessings, health, happiness to everybody. Happy 23. Goodbye to 22. All that's old news. This is new news. Everything. Shout out to all the greatest people it is in the world representing this orange and blue, the most loyal, respectful people it is all the way, all year around. Shout out to the top manager, CP, you know what I'm saying, a.k.a. the Derek Jeter, a.k.a. the young Lloyd Banks. Shout out to my man Alex, a.k.a. the Lex Luger, the Torture Rack. Shout out to my man Griselda, a.k.a.
a.k.a. y'all know who I'm talking about wherever he is, JD Sports Talk, keeping it live, and you know why I'm the closer. Shout out to EG, my board, man, and shout out to everybody, you know what I'm saying, that's in the chat tonight. What a beautiful situation, Yeah, we out there on the Texas trip. Yeah, we handled our biz, you know what I'm saying, the end of the year, came out as a winner, opened up the new year with a winner. Not only did we win the first game for us in the new year, we won the first game in the NBA of 2023. Let y'all hold that right there. So God blesses to everybody what we got going on. Julius Randle. Did I hear some MVP chats while he was at the free throw line tonight?
MVP
Matter of fact,
chants
I'm
were
going to go
back.
ahead and give him a 10. You know why I'm going to give him a 10? Let me tell you why I'm going to give him a 10. It all started. Let's rewind the tape all the way back, Warner Wolf style. Let's take it back to the beginning. The beginning when we first signed Brunson. When we signed Brunson, Julius has got to be okay to want to mess with this guy. This is not a Kimball Walker. We've seen a new point guard come here before, and Julius was not feeling Kimball. So first thing first, let me mess with Jalen Brunson and put it down and rock with this guy. That's first thing first. Second thing is, I know I turned against the crowd last year. I know I was wrong last year. I know I did the thumbs down, you know what I'm saying? That was my fault. I apologize. First thing I'm going to do, the first tournament they got out there in the streets, I'm going to go play in the tournaments in the street, be in a gym, a local area. You know why? Because I know it's a lot of parents that can't afford these tickets to bring their kids. So I'm going to go show up to these games. But yeah, they want to talk about what the kid did that never heard of, scored all the points. But Julius got injured in the first half, so he shut everything down. But what he was doing was really going to face everybody. Let you know, I knew I was bad last year. Boomy, go ahead, I'm ready to face it. That prepped me up and got me ready for MSG this year, and I'm on one this year. And I told y'all, I'm back this year all the way. I'm handling my business. I'm doing what I got to do, and I'm being a teammate. You know what I'm saying? You heard what he said the other night about the Dallas game. My fault. I apologize. My fault. I should have got that rebound. I should have been more, you know what I'm saying, quicker to the ball. That's on me. So when he start taking things in his head and saying that's his fault, then guess what? Julius is back. I'm not trading Julius for nobody unless you blow me away with a major trade right now. That's the most improved player back again in 2023. He was shut down in November, December, and now he started off, you know what I'm saying, in the new year. Good way to handle your business. And everybody rocking. Grimes is rocking. Grimes, y'all talking about 2 years? Nah, Grimes only played 73, 74 games. He ain't even had a full 82-game schedule yet. You know what I'm saying? He's still learning. He's still a young pup. He's still a rookie. And the best thing about him, he always himself. He don't jump out his character. He don't try to be nobody else. He don't try to do side steps, drop steps, all that. I'm basic. I'm simple. When I catch, I'm shooting. If I ain't, I'm passing it back and I'm cutting down the lane. That's what he's doing. And quickly doing the version of Lou Williams. Nah, we don't need no pepper wings. We got real food going on in New York. The best piece of place it is in the world. So keep that man doing what he's doing in six-man. And RJ, we ain't going to throw him up on the bus because he slid his finger. He was handling his business over them last couple of games. So we going to keep all these guys intact. And everybody, we going to keep running and doing what we got to do, man. Blessings to everybody in 2023. This is your year. I challenge everybody, be a better person. And you was a great person last year, but I want to see you be a better person this year. Your dreams, your goals, and everything is in front of you. Go get that. That's yours. Salute, salute, salute. 3 capital S.
J Boogie with a New Year's sermon for the ages. Let's go, man. Great show. Great show. 5-star call once again. And a big win, man. 102-83. Great job by the Orange and Blue once again. 2 in a row. Led by Julius, man. Good job by Julius. And return of the point guard, Jalen Brunson, is back. And looks like he picked up where he left off, man. So overall, good team victory. Shout out to Ninja Team $5 Super Chat. Says, yo, shout to KFTV. Got my KFTV snapback on in the out in the world here in rainy San Francisco. Make Clarkson an off-season target. Go G-Man. Punt the Niners. Let's go. Shout out to JT. Leo Sagastizado says, CP the man, but please stop with the narrative. RJ and Obi are trash. I can't go with that. Shout out Ryan Mammal, Chuck D. $5 Super Chat says, new gens forgot how Giannis was frustrated for years with the same things. ATL threw at Julius 2 years ago. 3-on-1 playoff bully ball. No Mitch even. Fair. They did not have Mitch. Troy David says, we are one superstar away. Look at Toronto with Kawhi. Same talent on the roster, but Tibbs is not a playoffs coach where checkers becomes chess. Steve Werner says, I trade RJ Cam and picks for Ingram and another player. have him play the 3, and that will be the piece. We have no shot at Ingram. Khalil from Brooklyn, $10 super chat, says some fans wanted to shelve JB. Oh, I got that one. Greg Gardner got that one. Shout out Big Surge and Greg Gardner again. Okay. So, Al, the revenge tour continues. We'll see if they can smack San Antonio around on Wednesday, which they should have no problem doing. Remember that this show is presented in audio podcast format, so you can catch it on the Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the major podcast platforms if you miss it. Also, salute our sponsors, man. Go to manscaped.com, enter promo code KFTV for 20% off plus free shipping. And go to prizepicks.com, use promo code KFTV for an instant deposit match of up to $100. Al, we got Bengals and Bills going on right now. I'm in a fantasy football championship in one league, and I'm in the semifinals in our league against the Knicks chick, and I need a miracle, but I believe in miracles. KG said anything is possible. I think Stephon Diggs and Joe Burrow are about to cook right now.
You got Stephon Diggs and Joe Burrow right now?
3 touchdowns apiece. I'm telling you, miracles will happen, and I will pull off a monumental upset. How did you do in our league, by the way, in our fantasy football league?
I'm only here because I'm required to be here, all right?
Oh, man.
You know why I'm here.
Ooh, that was tough, man. Yeah, the Knicks chick is talking spicy, man. She wants the fair one with Chris LeBron, who's in first place, but she's got to get through me first. So, like I said, man, Joe Burrow, I got Jamar Chase, and I got Stephon Diggs tonight. We are going to make history, mark my words. When I come back on the show on Wednesday, I will be victorious in both leagues.
You know what the issue with my team was?
Yeah.
That everyone got injured to start off the season, so I had nobody.
Yeah.
And then they all decided to come back.
Yeah.
Then they all decided to get injured again. That's just how fantasy football works, man.
That's how it works, man. That's just how it works, man. So we'll see how it goes. Great show, Al. Great show, everybody. TM, all the mods. Last salute to Chuck D, man. Everybody for calling in. Salute Jay Boogie. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Peace.